number 2, episode number 7 of your favorite YouTube podcast talk show, Everything in the Kitchen Sink. And it's your
Yes.
girl, Tosh, and I'm here with my girl,
Nasia.
Nasia in the building. How y'all doing? What's been going on? It's been a while since we've seen everyone. And we're just here with another banging episode. We got some great topics to talk about. And it's apparently some sort of holiday time. I don't know what it is, child, but Nasia will tell y'all what it is.
Christmas hater. Oh my gosh, it's Christmas. I love Christmas. Oh my God, you see the hat? Don't you think I'm cute? I'm like Mrs. Claus or something. It's so cute. I love Christmas. I was so shout out to all of y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that good stuff. The holiday season is a great season. It's time to be festive. You see my little things in the back. I'm so excited for the season, even though, it's COVID and, kind of been a damper. You don't get to hang out with your friends and family like you used to, but we're still going to have a great thing. Jesus is the reason for the season. We're just going to have a good time. How about you, Tosh? How do you feel about Christmas?
I don't feel anything about Christmas.
So you're a Scrooge or the Grinch?
Humbug. The Grinch, he didn't hate Christmas. He hated people. So I'm a little bit of the Grinch and Ebenezer. But
Okay.
So, but shout out to y'all, do your thing. I'm always up for anything that brings people together, brings families together. Calm down, Rudolph. And
I'm Mrs. Claus. See my little
my bad. Calm down, Mrs. Claus. Okay. So child, even her alter egos be married. She's like, I'm married. Even her alter egos be married. Like I said, I'm up for anything that celebrates, that brings a family together, joy, peace, and soul. I'm celebrating on Monday.
Ain't so Trey, it's Christmas, but okay. Merry Christmas to everybody and everything. Okay, we appreciate y'all.
Me personally and myself, I would like to wish everyone a happy and healthy end of the year season. Okay. All right. So we're gonna dive right into our topics. What we got on the docket for today, Nasia?
Yes, we have self-care. I mean, what does self-care mean to you? What kind of self-care things are we going to talk about today, Tosh? You started off, love.
Well, people, I mean, like self-care I think really became big on the internet. A lot of things become big on the internet. We hear these words and we run with them all the time. So self-care, when you call it to mind, typically, people might think of I'm gonna take a bubble bath, or I might do some skincare, I may go to the spa, I may have some me time. But self-care can also mean limiting people's access to you and creating boundaries for your mental health. Self-care is definitely, to me, 100% mental health as well, because it's taking care of yourself. And sometimes if you're overwhelmed, or if you're being pulled in too many different directions, it can really weigh you down and make you feel heavy, and you're not operating, or you're not vibrating at your best self when you're feeling heavy and you're feeling down and you're being built in you're being pulled, in too many directions. So self-care for me is limiting people's access to me, creating boundaries, and learning when to say no. Stop saying yes to everything. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not coming to your Christmas party. No, I'm not coming to your child's half birthday. No, I'm not coming to your baby shower if I don't feel up to it. Having too many commitments, and no, your kid can't come spend the night at my house because I already have kids here and it's too much of a problem for me. Okay? So we're just talking about, maybe not as blunt as I'm saying it. There's always a tactful and a nice way to say things to people. But just creating boundaries and learning how to say no, and just, stop saying yes all the time and then being overwhelmed. How about you, Nasia?
I would say definitely creating boundaries. Like I said, I ain't got no problem creating boundaries with people. Maybe I create too many boundaries. So I'm looking these days to be more vulnerable and open in my. That's self-care too, because I want to be good to people. So, the energy, just the good energy, the positive energy comes around.
Yeah.
I definitely take time for myself with my self-care. So I definitely want to be into me and see how I improve. And that's definitely improvement in my relationships too. When you have those boundaries too, I always found never assume anything when it comes to the boundaries that's one tip I would say for people to make boundaries with people. Yeah. Since I, clearly I know how to do it a bit too damn much, but never assume. That's what I learned in life too. Never assume that people know. Like, oh, your head is hurting and your leg hurt and your back hurt. And then TT asks to if you could watch her kids, and you just like, shouldn't she know that I'm not feeling good? Like, TT don't really know that. You got to say, TT, I'm not feeling good. I need, some time for myself, and I can't help you out. So never assume anything with anybody when you're creating boundaries. Always communicate and say, hey, this is what it is. This is the boundary I'm having. And long as the point is you have to make them know that. Now, if they don't respect it, you might need to talk to somebody about that. But long as they know, because you can't never assume that people know what's going on in your life. I don't know you stressed out. I don't know this. I didn't know that you were doing all these stuff when you didn't come to my baby shower, or when you didn't come to my, my son's 5th birthday party. I didn't know that. Communicate, and then people will know your boundaries. Let them know I don't know your boundaries unless you tell me your boundaries. And that's what I feel a lot of people need to do. Tell people their boundaries. Let them know the boundary. And that's always a good tip for me too. And then let them know as well, if that boundary is crossed, then there are consequences. The consequences is Tasha ain't coming to the baby shower. You know what I mean? Or the consequence could be like, Tasha's not going to be talking to you as much. You know what I mean? Because you have now had a boundaries. And not even only like going out with somebody. Let someone know. Maybe growing up in your home, because sometimes our colloquialisms is that we talk about, we call each other bitches, or we say this, or, we say certain things. That don't work for everybody. Not everybody want to be called a bitch. That might be a trigger point for somebody, but you have to let somebody know, because you might just meet somebody and you get comfortable and you say, yeah, bitch, I said da, 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 da. And they're like, I don't like that word. But you communicate to them, I don't like that word. I don't like being called a bitch. Now, if next time she's like, forget you, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about. Then it's like, all right, our conversation got to stop because you are not respecting my boundaries. So I'm going to have to step away from you right now. Not to necessarily say clip, but I'm going to say the consequence is that, I'm going to have to withdraw from you in our friendship or relationship, family ship, whatever ship you got going.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Tosh?
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. And if we're talking about social self-care, I know some people, it's hard during these times because we are social distancing, and some people need interaction with their families. So, maybe if you can visit grandma through the screen door, or, things like that to help with your mental health if you crave social interaction with your people, talking about mental self-care, that's very big for me. Like last week, the C and I were supposed to, hang out and, do our Zoom thing or whatever. And I just sent her a text and I was like, look, girl, I ain't there mentally this weekend. Maybe we could try later, or maybe we could try tomorrow, but you're not going to get the best me right now if we have to do this. And being my friend, she completely understood that. The problem is with people who don't respect your boundaries. And that's really a problem. So like if Nasia pushed back and she was like, girl, get out your head. You could do this. We only going to take 35 minutes to do this and you'll be fine. No. If I'm letting you know that I have a mental block and I'm not feeling my best right now, you have to respect that. And I'm dealing with a situation personally right now where someone is constantly crossing my boundaries or trying to break down and I'm always having to find ways. I'm always having to find ways of backing her up. Okay. I'm always having to find ways of like, girl, this is the boundary. Let's not do it without being mean. Everyone's, my name is Tashay. Everybody thinks I'm shady, but I'm a little bit blunt. I'm a little bit sarcastic.
Don't make her fool you. Softy.
In my delivery. But if I say it's not giving us being with each other 24/7, then it's not giving us being with each other 24/7.
But are you putting the consequences on that? That's the next thing, because you explained your boundary.
Oh yeah.
And
follow up.
Putting the consequence for that boundary.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the boundaries, if you can respect what I have to say, and if you can respect my time and that I need space, then you're like, I'm not going to be hanging out with you at all. Absolutely. We're not going to see each other at all. We're not going to speak to each other at all, because I understand is what you need from me, but you have to understand what I need from myself and what I need from you as my friend or family, or whatever you are. That if I say Monday is our day, Monday's our day. Now, if you want to creep into Tuesday, I can't give you that. Now I might take Monday away. Because you ain't hearing.
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah, absolutely. So
That's
just
what I'm saying.
keep your boundaries up. Make sure that you have them.
Yep.
You know what they are. That's the first thing you got to
Develop a.
do. Know what
Yeah.
they are, because a lot of times you don't even know what your
Hmm.
boundaries are until, oh Lord, poor is me. Make a list of the things you know that is not going to work in that relationship,
I
because
was gonna
everybody
say that. Yeah.
has different boundaries. Then express those boundaries to that person.
Hmm.
Then, if those boundaries are not met, make sure there's consequences for the boundaries being,
Right.
violated, if you would say. You know what I mean? And give
Yeah.
people grace, because some
Hmm.
people make a mistake. But let's say the first time it happened, you communicated that you don't like it. Now the second time is mistake. You know what I mean? Maybe they slipped up and they did something that you didn't like. But the third time, no, it's out the door. Like, you gotta put that consequence into action, because people are they're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna not always remember your boundaries because they're dealing with their own drama. But communicate it, give them a leeway, and then after that, good luck.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
today we're gonna talk about ride or die relationships and struggle love. Okay. And what do we mean when we talk about ride or die and struggle love? For me, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one from my good co-host Nasia over there. Hey girl. Okay. So we talking about ride or die. It's the narrative of I went through hell and back with this person. At the beginning, our relationship was rocky, but look at us now, we're flourishing. He put me through so much, or she put me through so much, but now we have a great relationship. Like, is it always that way? Do we always have to be dragged through the mud in our relationships to get to the other side, to get to the good and the tranquility and the love? Why is that always the story that's told? I personally think that we should hang it up. We got to hang up the struggle, love, ride or die stuff. Yeah, everybody's gonna go through things, but if you're going through too many things, I don't want you to put me through too many things. I don't want to be tested. I don't want to be put through hell and back to know that our love is strong. I want to have a good a good community. I want to have a good foundation in my relationship, and that doesn't always necessarily mean we go through turmoil. What you think, Nasia?
I totally agree. The struggle love is so past. It's so 90s, as they say sometimes.
Right.
But no, it's probably no. People have been struggling with love since the 1600s or something, or even worse, because Lord knows what the sisters had to go through back in the day. Shout out to y'all, the
For
ancestors.
real.
But I feel it's a thing of the past. I don't see why we have to die. We can ride, but we don't gotta die. And I'm a
Right.
person. Let's just say, for the people who might not know what ride or die is, so you
Mhm.
might click on here, you don't know what a ride or die is. A ride or die is termed like a person, and a lot of times it's two women, because a lot of times you barely hear that go to men talking about them to ride or die, but it's always to us.
Mhm.
We gotta be a ride or die chick, like Eve said or whatever. And it's basically saying if anything happens going on, is that you're going to stick by your man. Stand by your man. It's probably the old school stand by your man. No matter what, if
Stand
he
by
cheating,
me.
beating, he putting you through hell, y'all having a toxic relationships, he having kids on you, he doing everything to you, and you in the end of the 10 years that you ride or died for him, you stuck it out, and now you're his love of his life. That gotta
Mhm.
go. That just gotta stop. It can't keep going on like this. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel relationships are gonna have their ups and downs, and you are gonna have situations. But we're talking about normal situations. Like, I don't like that you leave your clothes all over the house, and we might have a fight about that. Or I don't like how you leave the lights on all the time when I want to go to sleep. I'm not a light person. Or I don't like us, how we fight sometimes about money. But you see this whole struggling with cheating and beating and toxicity, that has to go. It's already hard enough to bring two people together in a relationship because we come from two different worlds, two different backgrounds. Don't you bring your ride or die foolishness to me. Like, if you're going to jail, no, I'm not riding or dying. I'm sorry.
Hell no.
It's not in my spirit. Now, if you're going to jail or prison because you fighting for the rights of the people, you protested in the streets, and you making sure you doing the rights for the people, and the man locked you up, I'm your
Yeah.
girl. I'm down. I'm at the courthouse, like, free my man. We about to burn this thing down. But if
Mhm.
you out here scamming and you out here drugging and stealing, I ain't got no ride for you. I don't got no ride to the courthouse. I ain't got nothing for you because you weren't thinking about me. You weren't riding for me when you were doing it. Now, if I'm a part of the crime, that's a whole nother story. But if I'm not a part of that crime and you decided upon your life to do this stuff, I'm not waiting for you. I'm not doing 10 years with no man in prison. I'm sorry. It's not in my spirit. I don't think God want me to be that person to wait for 10 years. I don't have 10 years to give, and you don't have 10 years to give me back. So we can't, we have to know that it's not, it don't have to be all of that. So I hold my man down, I put something on his books, and then he come out, he's still cheating on you. No, we ain't got time. If I was not a part of the crime, I will not be a part of the time. So know yourself.
Yeah,
I
ride for yourself. And I feel like the narrative of, they stood by me through everything, it's almost as if that's a reason for reward or honor. Like, I put you through all these things, and now you're gonna get the best version of me. Hell to the no. I need the best version. I need the best version of you up front. So therefore, I know if I can ride or die for you. If I'm at with you with the courthouse because you were freeing the people or because you were doing whatever you was doing, it's because you have demonstrated to me in our relationship that you are worth me standing by your side for. And that's through loving me and caring for me and putting me, first. It's not through cheating and abuse and not being financially responsible and whatever the things of, relationship downfalls are. And I just feel like that's the narrative that we definitely need to change, especially in our community, not to make it about race, but especially in our community. Every R&B song is always about I'm not gonna cry no more, I'm tired, grandma done stood by Papa Joe for meanwhile Papa Joe got 15 kids, but Mama Joe ain't complain. That ain't my part of my ministry.
That is not her ministry.
Not part of my ministry.
You're on another board.
That is not part of my ministry. And I have 2 girl children, and I'm teaching them that's not going to be a part of their ministry. That nobody's going to put you through the ringer to prove to you that you are worthy of their love after they done abused you and did everything to you under the sun, and now you can stand strong and be like, yes, I ride or die, and now look at us, we're married. Because 9 times out of 10, you're now bitter. You are now resentful.
Damaged.
You are not resentful because this person's been put you through so much, but because you're invested. Nasia used to say something about longevity with people, and people that's how people stick together, because of the years that they've known you. So now that you're in this relationship and you done been through the ride, half the times y'all don't even like each other, but y'all just there now because y'all been through some things.
Yeah,
and y'all not happy. And let me tell y'all, I ain't judging Janet, but when y'all been through things and y'all don't really like each other, it shows. And you think people don't know? We know. We know you ain't happy. We know you ain't happy. So,
and you're not happy.
You talk about self-care.
Feel like now it's the love that you once had, maybe in the beginning, or infatuation, whatever it is. It's kind of gone now, and you just kind of here because you're waiting for this reward. You know what I mean? Sometimes as women too, we need to, and men might go through this too, but I feel like it's mainly on us. I feel like we need to have it where we have to go through these things to get our man to act right, or we're so scared to let him go. Like, I've heard people say, I'm not giving up my man, but for somebody to reap the reward, all the work I put in.
Right.
Be your sister's keeper. Pass that man to somebody else and let him be great with somebody else. Okay? Because at the end of the day, he clearly ain't doing it good with you. So don't feel no way that you might have been through some things and now you're going to leave him and let him be great with somebody else, because somebody probably man right now leaving their man for your Prince Charming to come in.
I was going to say that.
Got to learn their lesson that, this is not acceptable. Women are not dealing with it, and then they will change. But if they know you acting, you're going to take anything they dishing out, they're never going to change. It's like a child sometimes. If you don't, do the consequences, they never going to change. And that's the consequences. Be your sister's keeper. It's okay for somebody, you see them now flourishing with somebody else. It's okay. That ain't your man, and it's okay. Yeah. Let it go. Yeah. I think that's all I'm trying to say because of that.
Yeah, there's no first prize for enduring emotional abuse for long periods of time, just to be like, and now we're happy, because you really truly deep down you're not happy. And as Nasia was saying, there are good quality people out there who can reciprocate the kind of love that you give. There's someone out there for you, and you have to know that. And you see, now we're gonna Nasia likes to dig to get to the root cause. Now we're gonna really deep dive, sea dive. Okay, we're gonna really get down to it because a lot of time it's because the person who's going through, and I'm not gender specific. It could be a man or it could be a woman. It could be purple, green. I don't care who you are. Okay, whatever. Because at somewhere along the line, you have told yourself that you deserve. Like I'm not gonna get no better because we always moving from a place of scarcity, right, my sister? Because we don't think that there's someone else and we don't believe that there's someone who can love us and not put us through this struggle of quote unquote, so to speak. So you have to believe that you deserve better and you want better. You can't just be out here thinking John is the last John on earth. Trust me, he ain't.
He ain't.
Because T is Peter waiting for you, but you got to get away from John to go see Peter.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to get away.
John blocking. He is blocking the process. So girl, let that man go. And let him go be great with somebody else. And that's okay. It's okay. Don't hold on to nothing that just has put you through all that pain. It wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying don't work with people, but when you've consistently been through some things with someone and this is becoming a pattern and a habit and a situation, it's time to go. So no riding or dying. Ride for yourself. Love yourself, because at the end of the day, I think it was Gabby Sidibe. She had a little paragraph or something she had posted one time, and that always sit with me, was that you're the only person that's going to ride with you to the end. Tasha cool, my husband cool, my kids cool too. But you see me, I'm the only one that's going, we going in the casket together, me and me. So that's the person you have to look out for, numero uno. So make sure that you're looking out for yourself. And if you know this relationship or whatever is not edifying your soul and making you great, what you riding for? You riding to die. You gonna die. That life comes with its own hills and valleys and stuff. Like your man might get cancer, your husband might get cancer. That's something to ride. Now we ride.
That's something to ride for.
That's the riding or dying thing. Yes. But because he been cheating on me with my cousin, my friend, my dog, that's nothing to ride for. Ride because he broke his leg in a car accident. Yes, I'm now washing him down. I gotta take him to his doctor's appointment. Those are the stuff you sign up to ride for, not the foolishness that you can control. The things you can't control, that's what you ride for. Okay. So now we're getting into our advice. Remember to email us at everythingandthekitchensink@gmail.com. That's with the N, thekitchensink@gmail.com. Or you can DM us as well at all our socials right down there.
Slide in my DMs.
Slide in her DMs, okay? And let us know. Sometimes you just need someone to talk to, and we are here for you. So Tosh,
come and talk to me.
Oh, you were singing
more. Y'all not got a song. Y'all not got a song for everything.
For everything. You need to have a Christmas carol, but that's another story. Tosh, can you read the advice for us? She ain't got no Christmas carol.
Y'all, she likes to give herself editing work because I was about to say I got a Christmas carol for that ass. Don't edit that out, okay? Our advice comes in from someone who wants to remain anonymous, and that's another thing. We respect your wishes because we know this is the World Wide Web, and we don't want people in people's business too much. No. So the advice goes a little something like this: Hey, Missy and Tosh, tell me how you would handle this situation. My mother and my ex-girlfriend are really close and hang out with each other all the time. I don't have an issue with this, especially since I have a new girlfriend. The problem is, my girlfriend has expressed to me that the relationship between my mom and my ex makes her uncomfortable. I have tried to assure her that how my mother feels about my ex is not a reflection of me. I'm happy with her, and I've even encouraged her to spend time with my mom as well. She still says it makes her uncomfortable knowing my ex is always around. I can't tell my mom who to be friends with, so how should I address this with my mom and new girlfriend? How would you address it, Nasia?
Well, I'm going to be honest, this is a tough space, honey. I don't know what to tell you, because at the end of the day, you can't control the actions of others. If your mom is friends with this young lady, your ex, I don't know. What do? You just tell, I guess you just ask your mom if it's okay. But if your mama's like, I don't care, that's my friend. I don't care. Y'all broke up, we ain't break up. Kind of mamas, I would just say stop bringing your woman around there. It's really a catch-22. It's really, you are really in a bind. So I don't want to, my only advice is have a conversation with your mother. Ask if this relationship can be, curtailed and corner. She don't have to be at every event, and she don't got to be here. She could be a little buddy on the phone and Zoom. We don't need to be hanging out all the time. Or respect that when my girlfriend comes over or she's around, that this young lady is not there. Like, ask if your mother can do that. Now, if your mother is on some, and I don't care how she feel, then you now have to change your behavior, and you have to stop bringing your girlfriend around. And your girlfriend, you have to express to your girlfriend that, hey, my mom doesn't seem to want to give up this relationship. I mean, maybe we shouldn't go to the next barbecue. Maybe we shouldn't go to the Christmas dinner. Or, I mean, if it's making her that uncomfortable, then these are the things. It's really out of your hands. All you can do is talk to the people around you and hope that it can happen. I mean, of course, first priority is your woman now, because that is your woman right now. So we hope that the mother can change it. The mother really has to be the one to shift this relationship. If she's not down for it, it's one of them. You guys got to step away. You got to back up. What do you think, Tosh?
My mom better be friends with none of mine, but that's another story for another show. I mean, yeah, I'm in agreement. I mean, he can't tell his mom who to be friends with, but I think that in order for him to flourish and move on in a new relationship, that he, that chapter of his life has ended, and it can't be comfortable for anyone to have new girlfriend and old girlfriend at the functions. The tension in that room is thick as hell. So, maybe it's a situation where, like, you got to give your mom an ultimatum, like, you and her could be friends. Y'all could go on y'all spa dates and get your pedicures and go have lunch and stuff. But as far as family functions, stop inviting her. Otherwise, I'm not going to be there. So, like you said, like we talked about earlier about self-care, about, having the consequences. The boundary is, it's uncomfortable for my new relationship to constantly have my ex-girlfriend around. You and her can be friends and y'all can do y'all thing on the side. But when it comes to like a family a function or a general event, don't invite her, because I'm gonna have my new person here and she's not comfortable with it for whatever reason. I personally wouldn't care, girl. I wouldn't care. You with the man, you got the man. Why you care about what's going on? But anyway, I'm gonna address the person who wrote in. She may be insecure, but what's there to be insecure about? You got the man, you with the man. The man clearly want to be with you. He ain't with the ex. Why you care if she coming around? But to address the question of how we would handle the situation is, you have to let your mom know that new girlfriend is uncomfortable, old girlfriend being around. Old girlfriend doesn't have to come to everything. They can have their friendship, like Nasia said, Zoom, FaceTime, text, WhatsApp, Instagram, tag each other pictures. Nobody cares. But when it comes to events that's going to require you to come with the girlfriend, old girlfriend can't be there. That's how I would do it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It is what it is. I mean, I do. You know what? Now that you said that, I do see the whole thing about how I would feel. I mean, I would still come around, to be honest, low key on the shade tip. I'll be up there like, "What up? How you doing?" But if I see her, at the family functions, I'm like, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up to the nines. And at the end of the day, to be honest, she gonna have to start feeling uncomfortable when she around me. She gonna be the one that's gonna be like. Because let's be honest, you at the family function as the ex-girlfriend, and you just sitting around, everybody gonna ask, who are you and what you here for? You ain't got no man, you ain't got no kin. What you doing? You gonna feel uncomfortable. I'm walking around there like, hey, yeah, hey, y'all. Hey, pass me some eggnog. What y'all doing? Huh?
Babe, you are. Make your plate?
And you are.
Babe, I'm about to go make your plate because you no longer eat that maintenance because you vegan now, right? Okay, cool.
Like, girl, like, I don't know. Like, trust me,
listen,
if your girlfriend show up with that energy, that
I don't know,
will be gone in 2 minutes. Because I'd have been like, I'm not wanted anymore. She might feel like she still had a place, and that I would shut it down. But that's me being petty and being. But I would still talk to on a ladylike tip. Talk to the mom, but on the petty tip, tell your girl, get that chest up and let's go. But we're gonna wrap it up, girl. Because I got gifts.
We're gonna wrap it up. She got gifts to wrap. But So yeah, guys, so that was the advice. As always, it's same time, same place, same show, same channel. And
Yes,
if you don't know, we do go live every first Sunday of the month on Instagram. So
yes,
join us for our New Year's show. I'll celebrate some New Year's
yes,
now.
yes. Please
Cause
join us for the New Year show.
we walking into 2021, baby. What you
Yes.
said? I'm sorry, love.
No, no, no problem. I was agreeing with you. Join us for the
Oh.
Sunday dinner. The thing is called Sunday
Mm-hmm.
Dinner. We're on Instagram Live. So check us out. Go to my page. That's Nasia underscore Marie underscore. Go to Tashay's page. We have it right here. It's right here. Check it out.
PA underscore shade.
Shade, because we know she's shady.
Shade.
So make sure
Shady
you
as
go and
fuck.
check that out. It's gonna be a good time. This is when we do our lives. That's where you can interact with us, and we can
Yes.
talk back and forth with each other, follow each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
become all Instagram buddies. So definitely check us out on there as well. Number two, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a
Hit the
friend,
bell.
watch it a few times if you need to. Just do what you got to do. Okay. We love you. And
Yes.
thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Thank you.